Hi, everybody. So, for discussion number 15, as always, you have my instructions right here at the top. Don't forget to watch this brief video, which you're doing, so fantastic. Make sure you answer all of the questions really fully as you're going through this. Think about them as like little mini papers, be detailed in your responses. Don't forget to also read through five of your classmates' responses and reply to one of them to get those 2 points of credit. Remember that the discussion is worth 15 points altogether, 13 for your responses to my questions, and then two for your responses to a classmate. And if you need a rubric or a sample, I do still have one posted right here for you. But this one is all about chapter 15, and we're looking at therapy and your thoughts around therapy and different types of therapy. So, three different questions for you to answer. Number one, right here. What are some stereotypes of therapy that you've either heard or have personally, or maybe have seen from others? This could be anything that's in the room, things that are being done, things related to therapy in any capacity. Very directly related to that, how would you describe the stereotypical therapist? In other words, what might be some stereotypical things they might say or do during a therapy session, their gender, age, appearance, anything related to the therapist and therapy in general. So, for example, I always think the very first stereotype that I have, they're going to say something like, how does that make you feel? And the follow-up to that as a side note is tell me more about that. So, what are some of the stereotypes that you have of therapy and therapists? And then the last one here is the one that's worth the most points, using the textbook, lecture, and then the website that's right here below. If you were to ever consider going to therapy, which two of the therapeutic approaches would be your top choices and why? This can be something from the textbook or it can be from the website, which goes through a bunch of different types of therapy in detail. But I want you to describe the type of therapy and then one technique and one goal of those two chosen types of therapy that you select. In your explanation, make sure that you're specific, make sure that you demonstrate your understanding of that type of therapy, how they would approach, what their goals are, and so on, and the techniques that they might use in order to get there. And again, this website will be really helpful for that, along with the book and so on. When you're ready, you'll hit reply. And then don't forget to also reply to a classmate to get those 2 points of credit. Look forward to reading what you come up with your stereotypes of therapy and which types of therapy you'd be interested in. And thank you so much for watching.